This is another video in the series, I Ruin Movies. In order to teach you screenwriting, I'm going to take part of a scene from Pulp Fiction and make it. There'll also be boiling frogs, guns, hamburgers, and proper stuffed bear care. Check out my video courses at screenwritingclassesonline.com, including Beginning Screenwriting Made Easy, Screenplay Format Zero to Boss, Plot Ninja, and Advanced Screenwriting and Storytelling, the Black Belt Story Theory. The scene we're going to make happens after Vincent and Mia went out to eat and danced, and then they went back to her place. She got into some drugs, and she OD'd. Now, Vincent has her in the car, and he's taking her to Lance's house. So the section we're going to make is just where Vincent is calling Lance to tell him he's on the way. Here is the bad version.
Fuck you, Lance! Answer!
You're never gonna find anything in this boy.
Get out of my way.
Hey, goddamn one. What the f is going on out here?
Who is this? Lance! Vincent! I'm in big fucking trouble, man!
Now that was all kinds of and my funky editing aside, because I don't have access to the original clips, why do I hate that so much? If we had some kind of meter that could measure the stress, excitement, conflict going on in that scene, throughout that whole snippet that we saw, it's pegging the meter. It's high energy and excitement when Vincent is on the phone. Then it's high energy and conflict and excitement at Lance's house. And we get more and more and more of the same at kind of the same level. What is the problem with that? For me, it lacks what I call texture. What is that? We as human beings can become very desensitized. Think about hamburgers. Your very first bite of that juicy, delicious hamburger is great. The second bite, not as much. The fifth, the 12th, your third hamburger, you start to get sick of it, no matter how good the hamburgers are. In the same way, if you want the audience to feel excitement and activity and danger and conflict, adding more and then more, and then more, and then more will actually desensitize your audience. It's like the old saying, if you put a frog in a pot of water and you slowly turn up the heat, it won't really register. They'll stay there. But if you've ever been in a hot tub and then you get out and dunk yourself in the cold water, that cold water feels extra cold. Sometimes it's the difference between the highs and the lows that really makes the audience feel something. Think about roller coasters. In order to have a really fun down, you first need an up. And in order to make the up exciting, you first had to go down. And I call that texture, when you're kind of playing the two extremes against each other. So let's look at the actual scene from the movie.
You, Lance! Answer!
High conflict, high stakes, high energy.
Now what do you say? I give up on marrying.
It doesn't get any more chill than a guy in a bathrobe eating cereal.
Lance! The goddamn phone is ringing.
I can hear it.
I thought you told us don't never call here this way.
Now we have some texture and contrast with chill Lance and his agitated girlfriend.
Yeah, I told him. And that is exactly what I'm going to tell this right now.
He could not move more slowly to answer the phone.
Hello? Lance! Vincent! I'm in big trouble, man. I'm coming to your house. Whoa, whoa, hold your horses, man.
Then we've got somewhere for the scene to go, because Lance is down here, Vincent's way up here, and it's that contrast that really makes it exciting. I've talked about this before. I was a dancer, that's why this channel is called Word Dancer, and I applied what I learned in Drill Team to create texture in scenes. When I was in Drill Team, and you would do a head snap, You are far away from the football bleachers, and you want that movement to be significant. Well, if you're snapping your head to the side, your head can only go from here to here, and that's it. You can vary the speed at which you do that, but you can only go from here to here. So what we do in Drill Team is before you snap your head to the right, you move it a little bit to the left. Now you have farther to go. It has become a bigger movement. And in the same way in your scenes, if you really want to emphasize a low point, a dramatic point, maybe a sad moment, instead of starting sad and adding more sad and adding more sad and more sad, and it really won't register to the audience, you could add a happy moment and then switch it immediately to a sad moment, and that sad moment will be even more jarring for the audience, and they'll feel it more because they had somewhere to go. It's the roller coaster ride. Let's look at some more instances in Pulp Fiction where it swings from the extremes. In the beginning, we have Pumpkin and Honey Bunny having a casual conversation and then a sweet little lovey-dovey moment. Boom! Switches into gun battle, high intensity.
You f***ing pricks, move! And I'll execute every mother last one of you!
Later on, when they're getting ready to shoot Mia and bring her back to life, this is very intense, high stress, high energy. Then the moment afterwards is very light in contrast to what happened before.
Say something.
Something. That was fucking trippy.
Now you might say all well and good for Pulp Fiction because it's got guns and violence. It's easy to swing to the extremes because it has such extremes. Doesn't apply to my little character drama. Actually, it does. Let's look at a scene from The Help. We have Minnie vacuuming the stuffed bear in the house. She hears a thump. It's mysterious. She thinks something might be wrong. She goes to investigate. And then, when she's outside the door, she does not say, "Are you okay? Is something wrong? Is something bad happening?" Because that would be more of the same. It switches gears and gets a little light for a moment.
When you go home, I'll see you tomorrow.
You messed up your hair coloring again. I helped you fix it last time. We got it back to butter batch. It was real pretty, remember?
And then after that little light-hearted moment, it goes back to being more intense, and we have a strong, dramatic, pivotal moment, a low that feels even lower because of that little light moment beforehand.
Why is there so much blood?
So think about this when you're writing your script. In order to make a really great low, first you might need to go up and then go down to the low. If you're going to have a lighthearted moment, to go low first, and then that high will feel even higher. Instead of giving the audience more the same, more the same, more the same, and they become desensitized and don't want no more. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my classes at screenwritingclassesonline.com. And I will talk to you later.